Hello and welcome to SIBO Volatility 411. My name is Dan Deming and I'm a KKM Financial. Well, folks, we're seeing the VIX cash pushing down to the lowest level of the year, 14.60, currently down about 5.5% on the day, as we see implied volatility coming out of this market post-jobs data with the SPX pushing to new all-time highs. Realized volatility, 30-day realized volatility hitting a one-year low as well, just over 8%, so we're continuing to see realized volatility dropping. Also, I want to point out that when you look at the VIX Futures Curve, we're seeing that shifting lower across the board. We're seeing the front month future down about 40 cents right now. Back month futures down anywhere from 25 to 30 cents. So once again, the entire curve shifting lower and steepening slightly, but more so just, as I mentioned, the entire curve just dropping, again, post-jobs data potentially. Looking at the at-the-money strategy on the SPX, that's below 10, 9.9% implied volatility reading on that. I would expect that that's a one-year low as well. And the skew factor, the VIX skew factor, actually dropping week over week from 171 high last week to 155 this week. Looking at VVIX, measure implied volatility in the VIX options, 105. That's down about 3 points on the day, but when you look at it week over week, it's pretty much unchanged week over week. And when you look at the activity in the VIX options, we're looking at puts again in July and August, pretty consistent at the at and out of the money put lines, and also out of the money calls trading quite actively today in July, August, and September. You're seeing straightforward call spreads, one-by-one call spreads, and out of the money calls. Also, out of the money ratio call spreads trading pretty actively in July and August today as well. Looking at next week. Now, I just want to point out before I get to next week that when you look at the VIX reading here, historically, we do see the VIX trend down to the lowest levels at late June, early July. So this is not uncommon for the VIX to reach these low levels when you look at it from a historical standpoint. So it'll be an interesting dynamic as we move into July, if we continue to hold at these low levels of VIX readings. And also next week, I want to point out Fed data coming out. We do have the markets tending with new all-time highs. And also, I think we're going to see setting up for earnings, which will start to kick in a week from next week.